Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Everything to know about getting a real ID as deadline looms for travelers. The deadline for Americans to get a real ID or be forced to bring a passport or other documentation to fly domestically in the U.S. is just a month away. Beginning May 7, 2025, air travelers aged 18 and over will be required to have a state-issued driver's license or identification card with a real ID certification. The rule was initially supposed to go into effect in 2020, but was delayed due to backlogged transactions at Motor Vehicle Division, MVH, offices across the country during the coronavirus pandemic. But the Transportation Security Administration, TSA, has confirmed that the deadline will be pushed back no further. A real ID includes a stamp on the top right corner that indicates a traveler meets minimum security standards to fly domestically and enter specific federal facilities, as set forth by the Real ID Act of 2005. It was a recommendation made by the 9/11 Commission to Congress. The act prohibits some federal agencies from accepting official purpose licenses and state-issued licenses that fail to meet the standards. Real ID certified driver's license and state identifications have a star or other stamp on the top right corner. There are numerous alternatives to a real ID that U.S. air travelers can present to enter through TSA checkpoints. They include, and are not limited to, all U.S. citizens and permanent residents 18 years of age and older need to have the real ID stamp on their driver's license or state identification card in order to use the document for domestic air travel. Starting May 7, Americans who do not have a real ID will need to use their passports to clear TSA checkpoints at U.S. airports. Anyone who does not present a real ID by the deadline could face delays or be prohibited from flying. Foreign travelers must present passports for travel within the U.S., so the real ID requirement does not apply to them. To get a real ID, visit a local Department of Motor Vehicles (DMV) office or the MVD website. Be prepared to provide documentation of your full legal name, date of birth, social security number, lawful status, and proof of address. Agencies that issue driver's licenses in all states are issuing real IDs. It can take 15 business days to process a request, so applicants should visit a DMV office as soon as possible to receive a real ID by the requirement date early next month. Full details on applying for a real ID can be found at websites for state DMV offices and the Department of Homeland Security. Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. Era. More inside Silvertown Tunnel opening today. Here, how much it will cost to use. Era. More, the funniest and most scathing signs seen at worldwide Donald Trump protests. Era. More, UK passport holders slapped with 4-day warning over insane price hike. Never miss the biggest stories with breaking news alerts in your inbox. This site is protected by RayCAPTCHA and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.